You didn't click on this video by accident. The universe doesn't do accidents, it does alignments. If you've been asking for a sign, for clarity, or for a reason why things feel so heavy lately, this is your confirmation that you are exactly where you need to be. We are breaking down the energy of intuition and how you can stop resisting and start receiving. Make sure you stay until the end, because the third sign is the one most people miss. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what's happening. Let's begin. You're looking at the clock, and it's 11:11. Again. You glance at a license plate, a receipt, or a phone notification, and there they are, repetitive sequences. That feel like a tap on the shoulder from someone you can't see. At first, it's a novelty. Then it becomes haunting. You start to feel like you're losing your grip on the real world, yet simultaneously, the real world feels more like a movie than ever before. You feel sensitive, overstimulated, and strangely isolated in a room full of people who don't see what you see. The stake is this. If you ignore these patterns, you remain in the waiting room of consciousness, feeling the friction of a life that no longer fits. But if you decode them, you move from being a victim of coincidence to a co-creator of reality. Mathematics is the alphabet with which God has written the universe. When you see number patterns, you aren't just seeing digits, you are witnessing the quickening, the mechanics of the glitch. Your brain has a filter called the reticular activating system, RAS. Usually, it filters out useless data to keep you focused on survival. But during a spiritual awakening, your frequency shifts. As Ram Dass once said, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. When your internal noise settles, your RAS begins to pick up on the underlying geometry of reality. You aren't noticing numbers more. You are finally vibrating at a level where you can perceive the feedback loop between your thoughts and the external world. The core sequences, 111 or 1111, the gateway. This is a cosmic green light. It means your thoughts are manifesting with high velocity. 222. The alignment. You are planting seeds in a garden you can't see yet. Don't dig them up to see if they're growing. Trust. 555. The turbulence. Change is coming, not to break you, but to shake you loose from a timeline that is too small for your soul. You're likely asking, why now and why me? You are in a phase of cognitive dissonance. Your old self, the one who cared about status, linear logic, and fitting in, is dying. Your new self is birth-tending a version of you that understands energy. Am I making this up? This is the analytical mind's favorite defense mechanism. But ask yourself, if it's just a coincidence, why does it happen exactly when you are at a crossroads? Numbers are the nudge. They appear when your soul is trying to override your ego's programming. You aren't crazy, you are becoming sane in an insane world. The sensitive burden. You might feel exhausted. This is because your nervous system is being upgraded to handle more light, more data. The numbers are markers to tell you to breathe, ground yourself, and realize that the heaviness you feel is simply the pressure of transformation. Now let's look at the sign most people miss, the 00 and the void. Seeing 00 or 999 represents a full stop. It is the end of a karmic cycle. Many people panic here because it feels like a loss of momentum. In reality, it is the most sacred space you can occupy. As Eckhart Tolle teaches, the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. The mirror effect. If you see 444 while feeling anxious, the universe isn't saying be afraid, it's saying you are protected in your fear. The hidden meaning. You are no longer a passenger in your life. You are the architect. When you see a pattern, stop. Don't look up a meaning on a website immediately. Instead, check your internal state. What were you thinking a second before you saw the number? That thought is the key. The number is just the highlighter. If you've made it this far, your resonance is shifting. You are starting to see that the world is not made of stuff, but of intelligence. The patterns will continue to get more complex. You might start seeing them in nature, in the way people speak, or in your dreams. This is the beginning of multi-dimensional literacy. You are learning to read the code of the matrix. In our next deep dive, we're going to explore what happens when the numbers stop appearing and why that silence is actually the highest level of initiation. If you're an analytical thinker trying to make sense of your spiritual awakening, subscribe to Awaken Within so you don't miss our deep dives into the mechanics of consciousness. You are not alone. You are just waking up. We'll see you in the next transmission.